Hello, welcome to Pub Football. Miles and Jimmy here. In this episode, we're going to look back over Tottenham's monumentous win over Everton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last night, and we'll look ahead to tonight's fixtures as well. I can wear this today. Got my Tottenham badge back on. What a win. Probably the most boring game of football I've ever watched. It was really, really dreadful. Two teams that are bad, that are very mediocre, very average, very mid-table. I wouldn't be happy if I was either set of supporters. I'm not happy as a Tottenham fan. The only thing I'm actually happy about is the fight at half-time, or the handbags, between Hugo Lloris and Heung-min Son, because for the first time it shows that one of the Tottenham players looks like actually care about what's going on, because it's been so lacklustre for so long. A little bit of fight I can actually take as a Tottenham fan. I'm like, oh, good. Someone's showing some emotion in these games.
Yeah, I agree, mate. It was really, really poor. It was so hard to watch and be excited about any part of the game. Nothing happened. The goal was rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
And as you say, apart from the half-time scuffle, which I thought Lloris was well within his rights to get in Son's face and have a go at him, that was pretty much it, wasn't it? You would have thought Everton, with 10 minutes to go, would have been battering them, long balls into the box, trying to score a goal. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was rubbish from start to finish.
I loved how much Gary Neville had to go at Pickford at the end when they sent Yerry Mina up and he did the long ball out to Bernard.
Bernard, brilliant. He had a go at Sigurdsson for kind of ducking out of a challenge as well. I quite like that. But yeah, those were the best parts of the game. Everything else was rubbish.
I think Gary Neville hit the nail on the head, and it's something I hadn't thought about with both teams, but thinking from a Tottenham fan's perspective about Tottenham's performances, about how Tottenham can't break teams down. There was a moment where Tottenham were around the edge of the box and Gary Neville just said, both sides, all they're doing is individual passes. They're not, it's almost, they're not making plays like you would in the NFL and American football, whereas the top teams, Man City, Liverpool, it's a combination of passes. There's combinations going on. It's pass and move. When they make that first pass, they can see the second pass. It's not just into someone's feet. They get it in their feet, then they think, right, where am I going to pass it now? And that's why Tottenham and Everton aren't shifting the ball quick enough to actually break teams down. And that's why they're both mid-table, and it's why neither of them are looking like climbing out of there.
No, I agree. It was really poor. I think you also hit the nail on the head with, I think we've got to get rid of these breaks. They are taking away the momentum. But all teams now are up to fitness. There's no reason to stop halfway through a half, just have a chat. Just bin it off now. I'm so bored of watching it. It just takes away from the game. And it made it even worse. So I think it was spot on with that as well.
It was a terrible game of football, wasn't it? It was one of the worst games of the year. I think I texted
Good win, though.
Texted and said we might as well be watching Burnley Crystal Palace, because it's the type of performance you expect. But at least for them, they have set game plans when it comes to hitting the strikers. Tottenham and Everton just can't really do much of anything. It was just rubbish. Oh, it was boring. Anyway, good win for Tottenham. It keeps them up with Arsenal, which is nice. But the more I'm thinking about it this season, I don't even care about the rivalry with Arsenal. I don't think either fans. I don't think Arsenal fans should be happy. I don't think Tottenham fans should be happy, because both teams are way off the pace with the top four.
Been so mediocre both sides, haven't we? It's just been a rubbish season from start to finish. So it doesn't really matter what happens, does it? You build for next year and see what happens.
Right, tonight, 6 o'clock, two games, one at 8:15. The 6 o'clock game's Crystal Palace hosting Chelsea at Selhurst Park. Palace, now we keep saying we thought Palace had been good since the restart, but then I actually looked at a table. They were good in the one game right at the start, and they haven't got any points since. Chelsea have been steady. Christian Pulisic looks very lively, very good. He's really coming into his own as a Premier League player. I can't see anything other than a away win here.
Yeah, agreed. As you say, I thought Palace started brilliantly in the first game, and since then have been awful. I think it's going to be a comfortable and away win. 3-1, mate.
I'm going to go 3-0. I don't think Palace will score. Watford Norwich, massive game. This is the game of the day, because Norwich are rock bottom. Watford are really, really playing badly and struggling. But Norwich are playing well. They can't get a win, but they're not playing abysmally. They will always create chances. They'll always have good spells of play. Watford haven't seemed to have had a good spell of play for about 3 games. However, the way I see this going is Norwich dominating, but Watford nicking it.
Yeah, I've backed Norwich pretty much every game, and this is the first time I'm going to go against them, and they'll probably win.
Hmm.
So I think it's going to be a comfortable home win. As you say, I think Norwich are going to dominate, look very good up till the final third, do nothing, and Deeney's probably going to head a goal in out of nowhere, and they'll win.
We both
Um,
1-0.
yeah, 1-0.
1-0. It's not going to be comfortable, by the way. It's just
It's
going to
not,
be
but it'll be massive. It will be massive if they can pick up points.
huge. It would be a huge win. And Arsenal Leicester at 8:15 at the Emirates.
Oh, oh,
Um, this is an interesting game to call because out of the two teams, Arsenal are playing the better football. Leicester got a good win against Crystal Palace, but it took for really the goal to be handed to them for Jamie Vardy, the second goal, to get any momentum and to become comfortable in the match. Is that an upswing in Leicester's favour? We don't know. We'll find out at the Emirates. But Leicester need to get results now if they're going to finish in the Champions League places, because Man United are breathing down their necks, Chelsea are breathing down their necks, and Wolves aren't that far off either. For Arsenal, of course, if they want European football, they need to win as well. So it should actually be quite a tasty game.
yeah, agreed. I think it'll be quite open, which will make a change. Vardy always seems to score at the Emirates as well, so I won't be surprised. But yeah, as you say, you look at it on form, and it should be a home win. To be honest, playing very well. But as you say, Leicester have got kind of competition behind them. They've got to win games, otherwise they are going to fall out of the top four. But I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go for a high score, a 2-2 draw.
I was exactly the same thing. That means we've got the same scores on 2 of the games today out of 3, which is
I'll
fun.
go 3-3 if need be.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be 2-2 as well. I can see it being a high-scoring game, which is exciting. Be a good one to watch.
Yes.
That was Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. Nice and short one today. Not much to look forward to because only 3 games tonight. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back to review the games and to preview tomorrow night's games, because apart from Fridays, there's football every day at the moment.
There is.
One thing left to say, and that's cheers.